What's up, Fins family? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Sportscaster, and DolphinsTalk.com, where you can find all my content. How's it? Oh, I got my playback going. How's it going, everybody? What's the business, man? Listen, due to popular demand, I'm gonna do this. This is Brian Flores' interview. We're just gonna play the tad bit about him speaking about Tua and his progress. And then I'm going to give you a brief summary of what I think it means. We're going to let some people come in the room, but hit that like button on your way in so we can go ahead and get the numbers up. Big boy doing big things in the house. I see you, homie. We gotta get that mod on there, man. Go ahead and type something, man. Make sure that you mod it up for me. T, we going to the playoffs 9-7. Listen, 10-6, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. I ain't running from it. It's going to start this week, man. But yes, man, I heard the interview, so I'm going to play it to everybody. I'm going to break it down. It's real simple to me. It told me a lot. You know, I looked at Flores's, his demeanor when he said it, what he said, and something became pretty clear to me that I didn't think about before. And I'll talk about that at the end, what I think about it overall. But without further ado, I'm not going to hold y'all up. I'm going to go ahead and play it, and we're going to go from there, all right? Hopefully y'all can hear this well. If you can't, please forgive me, man.
I wanted to ask you about Tua, his progress. We've been obviously able to see you practice, so I was wondering your thoughts. What specifically is he doing better? What does he need to work on? And has there been any thought given to maybe seeing him in a series or two to get him work and, maybe as a change of pace quarterback?
Basically, what I just told y'all on the last stream. Somebody finally said, what is it that he does well? I mean, give us some detail, basically. And have you considered putting a package in, getting him some work on the field? Flores answers that.
Well, he's doing well. I mean, I think he's
doing well.
We do a Tua breakdown every week, in some form or fashion. And it's the same. Really the same answer. He's doing well.
Not true.
He's improving.
You never gave us details.
When he gets his reps in practice, he's making good throws, good decisions. He's learning. He's getting better. I mean, I think every time he's on the field for a game, there's something that comes up where he's got a question or wants to have a conversation about a situation. So it's good. And we've got projects for him that he's working on, as well as practice, and he's just going to continue to get better. And when his opportunity presents itself, I think he's doing all the things that he can do so that if and when that opportunity presents itself, he'll be ready.
If and when that opportunity presents itself, he'll be ready.
Okay, I'm sorry. As far as a series, it's not really something we talked about. But that could change. But look, as a number 2, he's one play away from being in the game. So, and he has to be ready to go. So, it could be a series. It could be, for whatever reason, he has to be ready to go, in which he's prepared that way.
And that's it. Okay, what did that mean, y'all? What did that mean? He's looking good. He's making throws. He's making good decisions. Sound like what he was saying about Rosen this summer. And, as the number 2, he's preparing because he's one hit away from having to be in the game, and he's prepared for that. What did that mean? There was one thing he said that stood out to me that made me put things into perspective. I finally got it. Tua Tagovailoa is not a quarterback that they're sitting for a year. I finally understand now after listening to what Brian Flores said. He is not a quarterback that they're holding back. They're preparing him for next year. They're sitting him for a year. That is not what he is. He is exactly what Flores just said he is. The number 2. That's exactly what he just said. as the number 2, which means Tua could play at any moment. We're not holding him back. He's just not the best guy on the team, so he's the number 2. They're not talking about, we're preparing him for the future. They say he's been preparing well, and I think he's going to be ready if he gets an opportunity. If and when. He's just the number 2. He's not better than Fitz, so he can't play right now. But if he had to play, I think he'll be just fine, and he's prepared for that. I'm going to stop using this narrative now that we're just preparing him for next year. That's not the case. We're not preparing him for next year. We're preparing him for now. He's just the number 2, and that's why he's not on the field. He said what he would say about any backup quarterback. Oh, Engraven, thanks for saying that. No, I didn't update the P.O. box yet, and I need to go delete it still. Thanks for saying that. I'm going to do it right after this, bro. Shout out to you, homie. Thanks for rocking with us, man. So it makes all the sense in the world, man. That's what I heard from Flores today. I finally got some clarification that we are not sitting Tua and preparing him for the future. He is simply the number 2. And he's been preparing himself very well to take over in a game if he has to. It's that simple. That's what I heard. I'm not trying to make more of it or less of it. That's exactly what I heard. So he is a bust? No, it doesn't mean he's a bust. He's just the number 2. He's not better than Fitz. He's not better than Fitz. But if he has to come in and play, he'll be just fine. Like most quarterbacks say about the backup quarterback, he's prepared. In the event that he has to come in, he'll be ready. He's making good throws. He's making good decisions. He's one play. Flores said exact words. He's one play away from playing. Flores, in his exact words just now, he's one play away from playing. So if and when that happens, I think he's done a great job preparing himself to be ready to play. So he's not a guy that's sitting down, preparing him for next year and developing him. Development is a constant thing for all quarterbacks, even in year 14 with Fitz. If there's areas of improvement opportunity, they're working on it. He's just our backup quarterback. It was interesting that he said if and when he gets the opportunity. You know why? Because next year there's going to be competition as well. I don't know if they re-sign Fitz. I don't know if they bring in another piece of competition, which they'll have to. Think about it. Because it wouldn't make any sense for a team to go with a young guy and have no backup that's at least solid. It's simple, y'all. It's not a bad thing. People don't need to be talking noise and talking mess. Fitz is just better right now. He gives us the best chance to win. And Tua is our backup quarterback. He's where he's supposed to be on the depth chart. Engraven said Lamar used to be the number 2. Don't worry, Dolphins. It'll happen eventually. But did y'all know that Lamar was better than Flacco at the time when he was the number 2? Did y'all know that Lamar was better than Flacco at the time when Lamar was the number 2? That's the real question. And Flacco won a Super Bowl for the Ravens, so you don't want to replace him disrespectfully. That's the difference we're dealing with. We have no loyalty to Ryan Fitzpatrick. We have no loyalty. We don't have a history of him winning a Super Bowl, having playoff runs or anything for us to have that kind of loyalty. If we got something better, he gonna play in front of Fitz. We can all sit here and say Tua is better than Fitz. I don't believe it anymore. Because as the number 2, he has to be ready to go in if the number one gets hurt. So if you can get rid of Rosen and feel good about bringing the number two guy in if he gets hurt, then that means that your number two guy is your number two guy. Now, if they would have kept Rosen, that would have been an indication that you were developing Tua for next year. But you just flushed it and said, nah, it's all good. We got Tua as the backup quarterback. If he was better than Fitz, he'd be started right now based off of what Flores just said. That's how I feel. He's one play away from playing. He has to be ready, and I think he's prepared himself to be ready. So if he's prepared himself to be ready, if he was better, then they would be playing him. Am I off basis here? Am I off basis here? I think he's done a good job preparing himself to be ready. He's the number two. And Flores said it. As the number two, that was breathtaking. That was kind of breathtaking for me when he said that. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. He said, as the number two, he's a play away from being in the game and needing to take over. And I think he's prepared himself very well to do that. He's the number two, man. I think at this point, I realize that I don't need to put too much merit in it anymore. I don't need to go back and forth. When are we going to see Tua? Whenever you see a backup taking over for a starter like any other time. If and when he gets his shot. That's what Flores said. If and when he gets his shot, he has to be ready for it, and I think he's done a good job to prepare for that. That's the number two talk. You're the number two. You are not the quarterback that they're developing for the future. You are who you are already. It's that simple. Or if Fitz gets hurt, that's the more likely scenario. Exactly. It's if Fitz gets hurt. But coming in the next season is going to be interesting about what we do at the quarterback position. Say Fitz doesn't get hurt and he plays the whole season. It's going to be real interesting who's going to be the other quarterback on the roster. Are they going to re-sign Fitz to a one-year deal? Are they going to bring in another quarterback? Because if they re-sign Fitz, which could happen if Fitz plays well for the rest of the season and he still shows he has it, if they re-sign him once again in training camp, he got to be beat out. Now I'm not even on that train of Tua. They're doing it so he can take over next year. I'm not on that anymore. That's it. That's it. Now I get what he says. The best player is going to play. He said, as our number two, he has to be ready to go in and play. And I think he's prepared himself very well to do that. I'm done arguing about the backup quarterback. I'm done arguing about the backup quarterback. Tua Tagovailoa, a great college talent, is our backup quarterback. That's the end of it. It's that simple. It's that simple. There's nothing more to talk about. Now, I will listen to what Changeli said because y'all telling me I need to listen to that too. I'll listen to it. If it's worth it, I'll come back. But we got to stop now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to stop. We got to sit here and stop arguing over the backup quarterback. If he gets his opportunity to play and he shines and he takes that starting role like Nick Foles, I'm all for it. But he's the backup quarterback. This is TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, y'all. It's that simple. People who think I'm hating, go listen to the interview. If you come with a different conclusion, I'd like for you to share it with me in the comment section. You know, it is what it is. It's your boy. I'm out, man. Peace. Love y'all.